Alright guys, so real quickly going to show you how to input recruiting stats. This is what's due every single Friday by 5 p.m. before our conference call. That way it's as effective as humanly possible. You can do the split screen again with the app log on one side and My College Works on the other side. That way you're not going back and forth too much or too long, so you do this as quick as possible. So obviously log into My College Works. Go ahead and make sure you're on your 2016 District Manager account. Go to Recruiting, which is on the top tab, and click your own personal name. Then on the right hand side you can do Add Quick Lead or Quick Add Lead. Here you're just going to put in the information of every person that you met with in a given week, so it's going to be about 40 people. For school, put UMass or UConn, how you got the name, whether it was a class talk or a clipboard, and then the rating, whether they were 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, based on how you met with them. Here, so we're just going to simply put their name. I just copy and pasted it right from the site on the left, so Joseph Romano. I'm going to type in his number. Gonna go ahead and say what kind of number it was, obviously mobile. He was a sophomore, and obviously make sure that you fill in all the lines where there's a red asterisk. We met with this guy on Monday, the 14th. Go ahead and do that. He did show up. So if he didn't show up, just write no show, so the ones that are highlighted in red. And then I did set him up for a first interview for the 18th at 1 o'clock. Next, if the interview is already done, you can do completed. Say who the interviewer was. In this case, it's going to be Pantera, and we don't know whether or not the first interview is done yet. I'm going to do this again for the next person. Just simply follow along. The good news is that when you do the quick add lead, all the information on the top half, so the school, your name, class talk, that all stays, so you don't have to continuously type that in. Finish putting in her number. We met with her on the 14th as well. She did show up. I did not set her up, and that's it. Now you can actually go back to your recruiting to see what it actually looks like afterwards. So I'm going to click on my name again, and here's the generated list of all the leads that I put in. I'm going to go back and click Joe Romano because I actually set him up for an interview and he did show up. So I'm going to edit this. This is what you should do as well after all the interviews. So I'm going to say that it was completed because he showed up, and then I'll hit save. I'm not going to do that because it hasn't happened just yet. But you can go back to recruiting and then see that generated list all over again. Once you do this, you can actually start looking at your recruiting stats once you do a lot more interviews and a lot more apps, where you'll see the amount of people that you met with, how many people actually were set, how many showed up, the apps that were done, interviews set, interviews done, kind of percentages, ratios. That way you can track whether or not you're on pace for what you should be in terms of hiring. Well, that's about it. Make sure these are always in every single Friday by 5 p.m. and you'll be good to go.